So by now, I'm sure you guys have seen what's going on with Mon'Nique and her fight with Netflix. Basically, she was offered $500,000 to go on that platform with her comedy show. And for her, for a celebrity of that caliber, $500,000 is a low number, you know. And she's looking at it saying, well, this is because of gender bias, it's because of racial bias. She's calling for a boycott. She's also argued that, well, Amy Schumer is getting X amount of dollars, Chris Rock can get such and such, Dave Chappelle can get such and such, so why y'all treat me different? I do comedy too, I'm highly accomplished, I've done certain things in the business, and it's not fair that I'm only being offered what I'm being offered compared to these other comedians. And I'm looking at the situation as a musician, and it's very similar to what I see a lot of times being a musician and what goes on with us in trying to get like club gigs and things like that. And amongst ourselves, we'll kind of say things to each other like, oh man, this club, they paying for X, Y, and Z band to come over there and that band suck, and why they getting this kind of money? I can play too. I've been doing this for years and years, and I studied my craft and I went to school. And I don't deserve to just be paid no little chump change, blah, blah, blah. And there's one key to this problem that sometimes we overlook, and I think it's what Mon'Nique is also overlooking. And there's only one thing that we actually get paid for when we're bringing a performance to a venue or to a platform, and that's how much sales we can generate with our performance. It doesn't really have anything to do with our talent or how long we've been doing this or who we played with or none of that other stuff. Like if you're going and approaching a venue with a show, the only thing they really caring about, like they do want you to be good at what you do, of course. But the only thing they really care about is like how much money am I gonna make as the club owner. And if you're looking at, relating back to Mon'Nique's situation, they're looking at it like, yeah, we understand that you have done certain things in the business, but here as of late, we're not quite seeing the demonstration of sales that we want to see of things that have happened lately for us to feel comfortable going with a higher number than 500,000. When you can look at artists like Amy Schumer and say Dave Chappelle, well, I believe like Amy Schumer is selling out like Madison Square Garden and all this stuff. Dave Chappelle may look like he like just quit the Chappelle show, disappeared for 10 years, well more than 10 years, and then popped back up on Netflix. But he's actually been on tour and selling out stadiums of his own and building up a track record of substantial numbers behind him. So either Netflix saw that and said, man, Dave Chappelle is killing it on his tour, I bet those people would want to see him on Netflix. Or he could go to that meeting with them and say, yeah, you guys are offering me such and such, but this is what I'm doing on my tour, so I know I should be getting a lot more money because of what I'm generating right now. So it's like, unless you can make your argument on those types of points as a musician, it's best to just keep working at it and just getting your numbers up and working on your fan base and just really getting yourself in a position where you can demonstrate that, hey, I can bring substantial numbers to a show, and that's why I should be paid what I want to be paid. You can't really win that battle based on, well, I can play just as good as such and such, and I've been doing this for 30 years, or I went to this school, and like all of that. That's cool when you're talking to the audience themselves, like you're trying to win your fan base and convince the people why they should rock with you and why you're special and what's unique about you. Then that's when you want to tell people like, yeah, me and Bleeding Gums Murphy went on the road, and we went to Paris, we went to Spain, and we did this and we did that, and then all that good stuff. Like that's like your narrative that you want to present to the audience as to why they should check out your music. And once you have those people behind you, then you take everybody together and go to the venue figuratively and say, I got these thousands of people behind me, and I want to do something in your club, and this amount of people is going to come out, and you're going to make money. I want to make what I want to make, and it's going to be a win-win. But if you don't have a demonstration of what you can bring as far as sales, you're just not going to get what you want to be paid. I mean, yeah, everybody wants to be paid what they feel like they're worth. I feel like I should get $1,000 just for turning on this camera and making a video. But yeah, who can I convince that they're going to make some money off of this video like that, where I can command what I feel like I should get paid? It's like, I mean, it would be nice to have things work like that, but life doesn't really go that way. You know, so that's my thoughts on that situation. Like, as a musician, looking at this thing with Mon'Nique, the takeaway I would pull away from it is like, okay, if I'm not getting paid what I want to get paid, how many people are coming to see my shows? What's my fan base looking like? How many people follow me on social media? What's my email list looking like? When I look at different cities, how many people in that city are following me? Things like that you can track and measure and count, that you can show and say, this is why I deserve to be paid that. You know, if you don't have that, just work on it. The last thing you want to do is try to throw the club under the bus and get upset and start complaining and trying to make somebody else look bad. You know, because that's not the source of the problem. You got to look at the problem at the source of it, and it comes down to what can you sell? How much of a thing can you sell with your performance? And once you have that established, then you can go where you want and basically write your own ticket. But until then, there's no point in saying, well, if you play the piano, well, why Robert Glasper get all that money? I can play the piano. I can outplay Robert Glasper. Matter of fact, like, Robert Glasper gets what he gets because he has a huge fan base right now. If you don't get that kind of numbers behind you, you're not gonna get what he gets, and there's no point of even going there with it, you know. But that's my thoughts on that. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace, y'all.